Hello climate change fighters, I'm Val Vestil. I'm now in London and I'm flying back to the Philippines after covering the climate talks, also known as COP26 in Glasgow, Scotland. At COP26, Filipino advocates had high hopes to beat back the climate crisis. Their urgent ask: greater support as countries tackle emissions and adapt to a hotter world.
Concrete funding for the adaptation fund, for concrete funding for loss and damage. Really, those are all things that matter not just to the Philippines but to developing countries as a whole.
After nearly 2 weeks of dramatic negotiations on everything from limiting global warming to phasing out fossil fuels, world leaders strike a new deal on how to solve the climate crisis. They call it the Glasgow Climate Pact. COP26 mobilized public sector billions and private sector trillions. Developed countries made progress towards delivering the $100 billion climate finance goal to help developing countries adapt to climate change and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. 153 countries put forward new 2030 emission targets, securing near-global net zero commitments. This means moving away from coal power, reversing deforestation, and reducing greenhouse gas emissions. But further action is needed. Remember, if the world goes past 1.5 degrees of global warming, we'll see extreme heat waves, oceans rising, and dangerous weather events. Governments, businesses, and civil society need to work together to deliver on climate goals faster. And for this collaboration to succeed, communities should be involved.
Now that we're nearing the target na our temperature caps, it's so important to bring in people working in the grassroots, not just people who are in the high-level implementation, but also especially those who know what it's like to be on the ground and participate in the grassroots level.
The challenge now is how to translate Glasgow commitments into rapid action. Where? Back at home, where the real fight against climate change is happening now. Only then will the impact of COP26 be clear. See you soon, Philippines.